In today's video, I'm going to teach you a way to figure out what part of your GI tract your gut symptoms are coming from. Hi, I'm Dr. Jesse Morris. I specialize in natural solutions for fatigue, gut health, and autoimmunity. When it comes to identifying and treating gut issues, there's two really important questions to start off with, okay? Where is it and what is it? Right? With the where is it question, what part of the GI tract is involved, right? Is it your stomach? Is it your small intestine? Is it the large intestine? And with the what is it question, what's the actual dysfunction, right? Is it an issue with stomach acid? Is it a food reaction? Is it an imbalance in gut bacteria, dysbiosis, right? What's the actual problem? So today we're going to focus on the where is it question. And when it comes to determining where in the GI tract the problem is, the timing of your symptoms in relation to when you eat and the location of the symptoms in the abdomen can be really helpful guides. So what I want to do is take you through the common symptoms and the timing for issues in the stomach, the small intestine, and large intestine. So let's start with the stomach. If you eat a meal and 15 to 30 minutes later, you get burping, belching, bloating, or if it feels like the food kind of just sits in your stomach like a brick, or if you get kind of a burning pain at the top of your abdomen just underneath the ribs, that's most likely an issue coming from your stomach. Moving on down to the small intestine symptoms usually come on 1 to 2 hours after you eat, right? So 15 to 30 minutes, it's more of an issue with the stomach. 1 to 2 hours, it's more of an issue with the small intestine. And the most common symptoms that show up with small intestinal dysfunction are cramping, bloating, lower abdominal pain, diarrhea, constipation. And those symptoms typically show up more in the middle of the abdomen, right down below the stomach, or the lower abdomen. So if we move on down to the large intestine symptoms are very similar to the small intestine, okay? Cramping, bloating, diarrhea, gas, constipation, those are the kind of common cluster of symptoms for the small and large intestine. But one of the things that differentiates the small from the large intestine is the timing of the symptoms, okay? Small intestinal symptoms typically show up 1 to 2 hours after you eat. Large intestine symptoms typically show up 2 to 4 hours after you eat. And then another way that can differentiate the small from large intestine is if you have lower abdominal pain and it's coming from an inflammation or dysfunction in your large intestine, oftentimes passing gas can relieve that lower abdominal pain. All right, so let's do a little recap. If you eat a meal and 15 to 30 minutes later you're getting gut symptoms, that's most likely an issue with your stomach. If you're getting symptoms 1 to 2 hours later, it's most likely a small intestinal issue. And if you're getting symptoms 2 to 4 hours later, that's most likely an issue with your large intestine. So in my next series of videos, I'm going to be going through each one of those areas in more detail. We're going to be looking at the most common dysfunction in those areas and some strategies you can try to treat those areas. So if you're having issues with gut health and you want some more information about this, stay tuned for those videos. If you know you want some one-on-one help with your gut, you can request an appointment through drjessemorris.com. I'm happy to help. Thanks again for taking a few minutes to watch this video. I look forward to seeing you soon.